This is the Dogecoin 1 month overview reading for October 2022. It's currently September 29, 2022, 10:39 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme of behavior, we have three pokes through the same price level, three pokes up, I should say, through the same price level or the same resistance, followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke. It's crossed with quite a bit of volatility in the end to a period of volatility marked by a fast sudden move higher, which I think probably that fast sudden move higher takes place somewhere between like the 26th and the 28th. And with that said, there's also a pretty big move to the upside in the first week of the month. Looks like we have a high in the first week of the month, and we've got lows in the second 2 weeks of the month. So let's get into it. Behavior around the high, we're going to have a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and in that fast sudden move higher, we will form the high for the month. And then for the lows, the behavior around the lows, there's going to be erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, we should revisit a past crest, or a past opportunity, a past recent opportunity at a crest, I should say, in the midst of that erratic behavior. But again, that's the behavior we'll see around the month's lows. So on the first, we have a pretty big move to the upside. There's a swing trade opportunity in the midst of a move higher. On a one-day chart, it'll stand out. And that opportunity in the midst in the move higher is to open up a short position. Looks like the following day we have our first significant trough for the month on the second. There's a really big move out of that trough. It looks like it's probably towards the end of the morning. We established support. We established a key support level on the third. To the upside, it looks like. On the fourth, we rally along a diagonal trend line, break through horizontal resistance, meet secondary resistance, and then we pull back to somewhere between those two price levels. And then on the fifth, looks like the rally starts. Looks like the end of the completion of a rally. However, I have to say the completion of the rally really probably takes place on the 6th. Somewhere between the 5th and the 6th, I'll say, is a high. Looks like at the end of the day on the 5th, we have a cash out opportunity at a low, and then there's a high the following day from which there is a sharp drop. It would stand out on a 1 month chart, this sharp drop, and this 6th is most likely the high for the month. If it's not the high for the month, then the high would be on like the 10th or the 11th, or excuse me, the 9th or the 10th. But my sense is that it's probably here on the 6th. On the 7th, we have a decline from a support level to meet a secondary support level, and then we rotate sideways along that support level. That's on the scale of a 1 month chart. On the 8th, a big move to the upside, standing out on a 1 month chart. There's a swing trade opportunity in there. In the midst of a move to the upside, that would stand out on a 1 day chart. We have an opportunity to open up a short position. And it looks like at the end of the day, even in the midst of probably a lower level for the day. No, let me back up. So at the end of the day, I'm advised to open up some protection. I'd say probably the crest is on the 8th or the 9th. It's hard to say. There's this price. There's like a sharp drop in there. So probably, I think the high's probably on the 6th. But there's another crest here around the 9th. We have on the 9th, we have start out the day with a low. Looks like we have a day's high at midday. There's a swing trade opportunity where we have a brief high followed by a sharp drop. That brief high is easily missed opportunity. There's bearish price swings with a sharp drop that would stand out on a 1 month chart. On the 10th, we have a continued decline. We break down through support level, a key support level on a 1 month chart that we recently broke down through. So like maybe within like the last 10 days or something, we had already broke down through it once before. On the 11th, looks like we are bound by a range. Looks like we moved to the upside. There's two highs. So we're bound by a range on the 11th. So both like the upper end of the range and the bottom end of the range looks like we're bound, but at the end of the day, it looks like we're pretty. There's some sort of interruption in the trend, and there also may be some natural disaster highlighted around the 11th or 12th, 10th, 11th, or 12th, let's say. On the 12th, we have a period of a period of volatility that, with a sharp dip in the midst of that period of volatility, would stand out on a 1-month chart. There's a swing trade opportunity in there in the midst of a move to the upside, would stand out on a 1-day chart, and that opportunity is to open up a short position. The following day, we have another significant trough or low for the month. In the midst of a notable decline on a 1-month chart, it would stand out on the 13th. And then to reach a trough, and in the midst of that trough, there's an opportunity to close a short position and or possibly open a long position. We have 3 crisscrosses through the same price level on the 14th, and that's on the scale of a 1-month chart price level. On the 15th, multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on the 1-month chart. Quite a bit of volatility in there. We may see a fast sudden move higher, ending the volatility there as well. Okay. On the 16th, we have what is very likely a low for the month. We may revisit it, or there's a lower low on the 30th. However, this is a significant low here. A decline that increases with the momentum moving forward into the low. I think we probably have a lower level to go because based on the ruin telling me we're about to fail here. The following day, in the midst of some volatility, there is a sharp drop on a 1-month chart. It would stand out through multiple support levels. Male rulers highlighted around the 18th. There may be a holding pattern or an important support level highlighted. On the 19th, we have a crest, a prominent crest that will stand out on a 1-month chart, and a swing trade opportunity. There's selling from that crest, which will be an overbought crest on a 1-month chart. It would probably stand out there, maybe. At least on a 1-day chart, the crest would sell off from overbought territory, but I think probably on a 1-month. There's a swing trade opportunity. That the crest there is very, very brief. It would easily be missed. And it's an opportunity to open up a short position. The following day, we have a notable decline. Stand out on a 1-month chart, offering an opportunity to close a short position, open up a long position. There's another significant trough here on the 20th. On the 20th, it looks like we continue to sell. Matter of fact, okay, so on the 21st, we have an important technical resistance level that's highlighted. This is also one of the areas that's we have a correlation. The 20th and 21st, we have a correlation to the sorrow card, like we did on the 12th and 13th. So there may be some sort of like revisiting of a price level there. It's not like a definite thing, but it's a speculation on my part. The only thing is I'm not seeing a third place where there's a correlation, which would be like the third poke, but that could be because it's like the 6th, it's the high or something. We'll see. Anyhow, on the 22nd, there's a prominent reversal. It would stand out on a 1-month chart. It looks like it's to the upside. We may actually revisit that price level again on the 22nd. That could be the third poke, 22nd, 23rd, and we have a reversal off of that critical technical price level that we visit on the 23rd. And then from there, we fall pretty hard. Multiple failed attempts, or multiple headwinds push Dogecoin lower on the 24th into another prominent trough or low for the month on the 25th. There's a decline on the 25th. to and through a support level, meet a secondary support level. We bounce along that support level sideways for a bit throughout the day, and then we break down through multiple support levels. On the 26th, however, which may actually be the low, so the 25th, 26th is where there's another prominent trough or low here. On the 26th, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving out of the low, a day's high at the end of the day, and there's a swing trade opportunity in the midst of this rally higher. On a 1 month chart, or excuse me, on a 1 day chart for the 26th, there's a notable move to the upside that offers opportunity to open up a short position. On the 27th, quite a bit of volatility. Congress may be highlighted, or not so common leader may be highlighted. Usually there's a holding pattern there of some sort, and then a lot of price movement on the 28th. Looks like a really big move higher on the 28th to reach a prominent crest. It would stand out between like the low on the 25th, 26th, and the lowest low on the 30th, which is most likely either the 16th or the 30th is the lowest low. On the 29th, we have period of volatility that increases with erratic volatile behavior as we move forward into the day, and it looks like there's a trade opportunity at a month's low early in the day on the 30th. There's a failed attempt to break through key resistance on the 30th on a 1 month chart, followed by a decline through key support on a 1 month chart, and then on the that'll take us into the low, and then on the 31st we have sideways fluctuations. There's the third poke. Interesting. So then these may not be the same price levels after all, these 12th, 13th, 20th, and 21st, because we've got one all the way here at the end. This wouldn't add up properly to my theory. But in any case, we have sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend preceding a rally, and the sneak preview card for the following month is equal, like a sideways fluidity along a key support level on a 1 month chart, or like a year-to-date chart, possibly. Sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow and outflow. You kind of just go sideways. Sometimes there's big price swings there, but usually it's kind of a narrower range. And that's Dogecoin for October 2022, my friends. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, if you don't know the rule of karma, guys, super important. If you plan to profit from this information, that you follow the rule of karma. You can figure out what that is if you don't know by watching the video we have posted here on the site. Rule of karma: pay a little bit forward, keep the flow going through the universe. Pay a little bit backwards, keep the channel going, producing free content. And then most importantly, whatever you spend that profit out of, make sure you spend it out of love, and the universe will send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.